Joaquin is on the phone today for a first date follow-up, and he's getting ghosted by Stephanie. So we're going to see if we can help him out. Hey, Joaquin, before we get into the date and stuff, how long has it been since you talked to Stephanie?
It's been probably about 4 days, man.
Okay,
4 days. That might not necessarily be a ghosting.
No, not necessarily. So when was the last time you actually talked to her? Was it on the date, or did you hit her up after?
No, I mean, it was on the date. That's the last time I talked to her.
And what was that interaction like? What did you guys say?
It ended where she said that she would text me when she got home, and she didn't. So that's just kind of what happened there.
Just like describe everything
About the date.
Yeah, describe it to us.
Yeah. So I met her on Tinder, and we had a great time. The chemistry was there. We had fun. We laughed. It was just a good feeling. And me, the way I am, I thought that I would impress her. So that's kind of every guy does that, right? I thought that I show her around the city. I know a lot of people. I'm also like the co-owner of a club, downtown. So, that's kind of, where it is. And so what we did was, took her to my buddy's bar, and, as soon as I got in there, he owns that bar and everything. And as soon as we got in there, he gave us free drinks, some basic little bar food, to sit there and everything. And we just talked and we clicked. It was just really a good scenario, man. I mean, yeah, I'm still just kind of, it's wild that I'm calling in even talking about this, but, so here's the thing. We left there, and, we kind of walked and talked, and, people watch, that thing that you do, like, on a date. And, so I said to her, hey, listen, do you want to go to like another hot spot? Because, I know the chef there, and this chef that's there, this is a nice spot. It's really a cool spot. It's one of the hot spots in town, and he's been my friend since childhood. And so, a lot of people try to get in there and everything, and I know people. So we go in, and as soon as we get in, they seat us immediately, So, that's a place that people try to get into. And so, we were in there. We were, talking about, where we are in life, and, just other things, talking about wanting to come home to someone, just be in a relationship or whatever, but, something more, but like not too heavy, kind of keep it light. And, we also talked about how kind of like we were both too busy, for baggage and drama or whatever, but here's the thing, and this is where it really mixes me up. After we ate and everything, and after dinner, I started to walk her to her car, and she reached out to grab my hand. She initiated like reaching out, grabbing my hand, and so we're holding hands and everything, and I get her to her car, and she kissed me. She kissed me goodnight. She said she, had a good time, and that she would text me when she got home. And like I said, that was 4 days ago.
So you didn't follow up with her, though, just to be like, did you get home okay?
Yeah.
Because, sometimes you forget because you're like, oh, my gosh, I had so much fun. I just washed my face. Night-night,
I did send a text message to her. But I didn't get anything from her,
At all?
It was just like, okay, nothing at all. Okay. And I don't, maybe she has a different phone than what I have because I can't see if she read it or whatever. I don't have her on Facebook or Instagram or anything, so I can't see if she read anything or nothing like that. It's weird, man.
We'll try to figure it out for you, man. We'll play a song, come back, and then call her and ask her why she's ghosting you and see if she'll tell us, and see if you want another date after you hear why, okay?
All right, man. Thanks.
All right, man. We'll play a song, come back, get your first date follow-up next.
First date follow-up. Powered by the Advocates Injury Attorneys. Online at advocateslaw.com.
Joaquin is on the phone today for a first date follow-up, and we don't really even know if he's actually getting ghosted. But we're about to find out if he is when we call Stephanie to see why she's ghosting him. But before we do that, Joaquin, why don't you refresh everybody's memory about your date with Stephanie?
Yeah, so, hey, listen, I know people in the city, man, and we went out to, a friend of mine's bar. We had some drinks, and then I took her to another hot spot. where, we were kind of treated like VIP and were seated immediately. She reached out and grabbed my hand and as we walked at the end of the date and she, kissed me, good night, and I just haven't heard from her for 4 days. And, the one thing I want to say is I can't stress enough how much we clicked. You know what I'm saying? The stories that I was talking to her and telling her, I don't think it scared her away. It was good that somebody even gets me, I just don't know. I really don't know what it is. And then the hand reaching out and kissing me at the end of the night, that's a sign to me. She's beautiful. It was a positive sign and I'm drawn to her. So I don't know. I don't know why I'm being ghosted.
Well, we're about to call her. Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, may I speak to Stephanie, please?
This is Stephanie.
Hey, Stephanie, how are you? My name is Jubal, and I host a radio show. It's called The Jubal Show.
Hi, Stephanie. The show's here, too.
Hi.
That's Nina.
Hi.
I'm Nina.
Oh, wow. Hi, guys. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm wondering why you're calling.
It sounds like you listen to the show.
I do, yeah.
Well, there's only a few options you have to choose from while we're calling, but we did get an email about you from someone who you're ghosting.
Ghosting, that's a strong word.
His name is Joaquin.
Aw, that's so sweet. I didn't think I was quite ghosting. Okay.
He told us it's been 4 days since your date, so it seems like, we weren't sure if you were.
No, I'm not okay, so I guess I'm just, okay, I would assume that you guys already know how the date went.
We heard some things.
Yeah.
We heard that Joaquin's pretty plugged in the city and took you to all of his friends' spots. So you got VIP treatment.
Yeah, and you could tell, but like not in a bad way. Like everyone was super nice. We got treated super well. That was great. It's just that, okay, so I get that he co-owns a club and everything, and that's totally cool. He's actually, so at first I was a little worried because I was like, okay, well, he's going to be a sleaze bag, but he actually wasn't. He's super sweet and smart and very fun to talk to, and I felt like we had a lot in common. But for the first date, one of the places he took me was a burlesque club.
Okay.
Which in and of itself is fine, except it was a lot closer to a total strip club. It was full nudity. And I'm like, I can't really focus on you while I'm trying to tell whether that Brazilian is fresh or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It looked pretty fresh. And I'm not don't get me wrong, I'm not a prude, but I was just I really wasn't expecting that for a first date.
It's an interesting first date spot.
That's a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right? That's what I thought. I was like, this is a choice. This says a lot about, and again, it was a fun show. I'm not saying it wasn't good. I was just I can't really focus on you when I got these in my face. So,
it is hard to do that,
Yeah.
To really be into a conversation and in the moment when that's happening.
Yeah, okay. That would throw me. I actually really don't know how I would feel about that. I don't mind being here, but it is a choice.
It is. I wouldn't, from his perspective as a guy, I would not take a first date to that because I would assume that you would think that that's all I want, or
right.
You know what I mean? Later on when we know each other, maybe, but.
Yeah, so even though I had a nice time and we clicked, I don't know, when I got home, I was thinking about it, and he texted me, and I was and I know that's why he probably feels like I ghosted him, but I'm just sitting here and I'm thinking if you're so naive that you're gonna take me to a strip club on a full nudity strip club on our first date, that just really made me question what happens next.
Yeah, where do you go from here? So you went from
are we going to a brothel?
I thought you ate dinner afterwards.
We did, and we had food there. So it was, don't get me wrong, it was overall it was nice, but I don't know, it just makes you question. Wait, like I said, where does this go from here? I don't know. It just threw me off. Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Well, guess you probably forgot, or you did forget, or you didn't forget, and you were just waiting for the moment. But Joaquin is on the phone and wants to talk to you.
Might have been a little bit of column A, a little column B.
Hey Stephanie, you know what? It was just weird that respond to me. And maybe it was a dumb move on my part. I mean, listen, I just really thought that, you know, it would be a good vibe to go to like a sexy jazz club, and I just wanted to, you know, take you to a place to impress you. You know?
They call it two different things.
Yeah, exactly. Sexy jazz club, basically a strip club.
Yeah. I mean, I listened to my chef buddy. Maybe I just shouldn't have listened to him. I agree. I guess it was a dumb move on my part. You know, and I won't.
If you didn't know it wasn't a dumb move on your part, if you thought it was something else.
I don't know that it was dumb. I think maybe you just should have given her a little bit of a heads up.
I'm definitely not trying to call you dumb. You're very smart. I'm literally already using one of the models that you told me about for like a new project that I'm working on. So like, I didn't mean to say that you're dumb. I didn't mean it to come out that way.
No, you know, listen, like I said, I'm sorry. And, you know, I want to take you out on a normal date. I guess what traditional normal is. I
mean, normal for you guys now could be really interesting.
It could be anything.
Yeah, you have a new normal.
Where you eat sushi off the body.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know, if you agree, you know, maybe we can just probably go to a Brazilian steakhouse instead. Maybe
I was going to treat you like a Brazilian.
I'm one of those Brazilians.
Stephanie, would you like to go out with Joaquin again? We'll pay for it. Whatever you guys do. And now I'm just interested to see what happens next.
You know, I appreciate your apology, and I know we all mess up. So, like, I'll tell you what. Yes, but you have to take the next big step and take me to your club.
Oh, okay.
I want to see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got go-go dancers in there?
Then we can go wherever from there, but I want to see it. You talked about it so much, I want to see it for real.
All right.
Okay.
Cool. Well, congratulations, Joaquin. You got another date.
Yeah.
And Stephanie, that's cool that you're understanding like that.
Thanks, guys.